All right, joined by EIU head football coach Adam Cushing. And coach, final practice is in the books. Kind of, I guess, assess where you guys were from, I guess, we'll just start with spring practice 1 to spring practice 15.
Yeah, I think the guys have done a great job really thinking about raising the standard, about paying attention to the details all the time, and focusing on those little things that can allow us to just be a little bit better, to be one day better. So we're really excited as a staff that we saw that. When they focus on those little details, it allowed us to improve fundamentally. And so when you improve in those little things fundamentally, and you can actually focus on what your fundamental and your technique is, then the whole picture looks a little bit cleaner, right? Everybody's small part of the picture is more detailed and more precise, than the whole picture looks cleaner. So it's been great to see as a team that we got a long way to go. We really do. We're not ready to kick the ball off just yet, but our growth from practice 1 to practice 15 is really exciting.
Now, the term standard, I've heard you and your coaches use that from day one when you come in all the way through. That's something that you guys have kind of, I guess, I don't want to use the phrase set the standard, but you've come up with a set of expectations for how things are going to be done, from the weight room to the classroom to the community. I guess, where does that come from, and how have the guys responded to that?
I think it's just the way that you live your life. If you want to be great in all aspects of your life, if you want to strive for excellence, then you have to pay attention to those little details, and you have to set a standard for yourself and not accept anything less than that. And we want to be the standard for everything on our campus. We want our campus to be extremely proud, our university to be extremely proud of us. We want our team GPA to be higher than the male student population. We want to give back in the community, and then we want to go out on the football field and have everyone take a lot of pride in what we're doing to represent the Eastern Illinois Panthers and have everybody be really excited about it. So, but in order to do that, it's a long process, and you have to fall in love with that process to do it. And so to embrace that process and to love that process, you have to know exactly what the standard is every step of the way, and not only live up to it, but then exceed how you lived up to it the day before. Keep on raising the standard day by day, inch by inch.
Now, you talk about out on the field. Unfortunately, due to some numbers and some injuries, you guys not able to have the traditional spring game. The last 2 Saturdays, officials have been here for what I call getting their CEUs from their standpoint. How has it been in terms of at least having that and running some game-type situations for the offense and the defense?
Well, I think that, every time you put the officials out there, the game becomes more real, right? And put the ball down, move it, have to go from one situation to a next quickly. I think there's so much learning that can happen, so much ability for our coaches to go in the classroom and teach and talk about when it goes to this situation. Here's how you approach it. Here's how you got to flip your mindset. Right, big play is not just bring it back and spot it again and run another play and team. There's a big play one way or the other. Right, it's a big first down for the offense or a big sack for the defense, and so the ability to respond in those situations to something positive or negative is enormous. And so when you put down structured football and they have to bounce through all the different situations that happen within a football game, there's a ton of learning and a ton of ability to prepare that just a period by period individual drills can't do for you.
Now, I know you mentioned that you don't have necessarily a depth chart yet, but I'm guessing that guys from where you were in practice 1 to practice 15 have maybe penciled themselves in to where a guy's going to know if a guy's ahead of him, and the guy in that spot's going to know he's going to have to work to keep that spot come the opening of fall practice.
Absolutely. We've been talking to the guys about this is who you are. No matter what you think you are, what you put on video is who you are, and the video never lies. So there's been some guys that have been gone out and grabbed roles and shown on a day-to-day basis that this is their role and this is what they want it to be. And then those guys that aren't in the role they want to be, then we're going to say, listen, we're going to compete and we're going to play the best football players, period. So the competition isn't over, but you have to understand what you put on video is who you are. And now it's your opportunity to respond, both positively and negatively. You're going to rest on your laurels because you performed really well in the spring and maybe not strain the same way, or are you going to think, okay, now it's time for me to raise that standard, right? Be better today than I was yesterday.
Now, recruiting always the lifeblood of a college football program. You guys had a big class to get you set for next year. Because we'll go back out on the road here in the next couple weeks. Is this recruiting still for some needs for this year, or is it more looking for what you want to build for the future of the program?
Yeah, we're focusing on next year. At this point, we're starting to look at some of those juniors and trying to see, as we've seen now spring shake out for us, to kind of get a grasp of who we have on our team and what our needs are going to be in the future. This will allow us to get back on the road here in our footprint and recruit the state of Illinois hard, and get to St. Louis, get to Indianapolis, these places that have great football, and give us an opportunity as coaches to be out there and get out and see the young men in their environment. We can't talk to them right now, but we can talk to the coaches and we can watch them perform. And anytime you can see somebody in their element, you'll get a lot of truth about it.
I appreciate your time, Coach.
Absolutely. Go Panthers. Happy Easter.